Hello and welcome. I'm Ursula Knecht. I'm the author of Back Pain Goodbye, the book you see here in front of you. Here, that is the presentation. You can have a look at Amazon, so you can read a bit about me stuff, but as well, which is much more interesting for you, reading why it is important for me to write this book. So it's not only just because so many people are suffering from low back pain and chronic back pain, and however you call it, it's also because I personally suffered from back pain actually twice in my life. In this book, I'm just writing about the story after my motorbike accident when I was just 23 years old, and how I was injured and then barely able to walk 200 meters, going from one so-called expert to the next one who told me all the things I know now with all my years of training as physio, manual therapist and sports physio and so on. That was all, let's say it like it is, rubbish. They told me. They said I shouldn't lift more than 2 kilos and so on, and rather rest than doing something. Knowing now that was exactly the wrong thing I did, following sometimes even doctors' advice, doing that like that. So you can go on Amazon and have a read through the first part of the book here, and also it tells on how the book works. It actually has two parts. One part is telling you how actually the back works and how chronic back pain or chronic pain works itself, how you can move out of the chronic pain process. But then in part two, it tells you about what exercises you can do. It's quite a program that involves many different things, so from pain management to flexibility, strength, endurance, and all kind of different parts. It's a 12 weeks program, a step-by-step guide that helps you to get better. Of course, you can choose the exercise that work for you. Depending on your fitness level, you may be able to do all of those exercises, or you just choose one or two. And you also don't need to take 12 weeks. So if you're really fit and you just have a little bit of stiffness, or a little bit of, you just feel like something is a little bit wrong with you back, then you can just choose the one exercises that work for you. And so usually the ones that are challenge you enough, not causing some pain, but you feel that they actually help you to regain either more strength or more flexibility or more proprioception or whatever it is. So you choose the right exercises from the book for you, and then you make the progress to get better. So I was really fit at 23 years old. I was a massage therapist, and I trained 4 to 5 times a week with guys together that trained for bodybuilding competitions. And then I had this motorbike accident from one day to the next, walking on crutches and so on. So you can read the full story, even just here on Amazon. You can read through that. I think it actually tells you the full story on how from deconditioning and the knee, from walking on crutches, you decondition quite fast. So actually when you're lying down completely and not do anything, you can waste up to 40% of your muscle strength in your quadriceps. That's the muscle in front of your leg, so the big muscle in the front. Normal deconditioning, so when you're still doing a little bit something, so let's say you have a flu, or whatever the reason is that you are lying down more and have to rest more, you're wasting 15 to 30% in 1 week of your muscle strength. So this then, obviously then when you go back to work or sport, is loading your passive structures much more. So you need to gradually retrain yourself to go back to sport, and this book can help you to do that as well. So if you had any kind of illness, or hopefully not COVID, but any kind of illness that deconditioned you, this book can help you to generally get fit again and regain more strength and flexibility in it. And an important part is because I went through many things in my life that's why I also wrote the book. I really want to encourage people to never ever give up. So like you heard a little bit from what I'm telling just here in this short little video, I went through quite a bit of battles and went through many so-called experts, but I never ever gave up. So I always thought there must be a way to get out of that chronic back pain. So it took me a while, and I personally, I'm a physio and a sports physio and a manual therapist and so on. So in my case, it took me many years of trainings and education and plenty of money in studying money. And you know, when you should study, you obviously don't earn any money. So plenty of that, but it's all in the book, so you can, you do not have to invest all that time and money. You can just use that step-and-step guide. You buy the book, you can either buy the book, the full paperback, or you can buy the Kindle version and you can read it straight away and then just see the step-by-step guide. It has also to do with your motivation, but also I'm telling quite a bit of stories from so they're real life stories from my clients. Obviously I had to change the names of them and a little bit the circumstances so people don't recognize them again, but they're all real life stories I tell there. Some people have really followed the step-by-step things I told them to do and how fast they recovered, and then some other people, they didn't want to follow my advice. Obviously they did not succeed as well. So it's quite easy to read. Many people tell me it's they should have read it years ago. Today I was on a telehealth call with one of my clients. He said, like, I should have gotten that book years ago. Why didn't I know more before, and why didn't give me anybody this knowledge before? I just published it last year, and it's just slowly getting out there. So the more people are reading it and the more people are getting excited about it and sharing it as well, please share it if you like it. And please, if you do buy it on Amazon, give me a 5-star rating and a good report so that other people are motivated to buy it, because it really helps people to get better. I already had so many clients that read it and did the exercises in it and got better from it. So please, if you do suffer from back pain, or if you do know anybody else that is suffering from back pain, please never ever give up, and share that knowledge with other people. Some people share the book, I don't mind. Just you know, if you buy the book and if you have the book, share it with other people. A friend of mine just yesterday told me I'd rather buy the book from the author, because the authors, they put so much work into it. He wrote his own book. Yes, I put 2.5 years of work in it where I didn't actually earn much at all. So obviously if you buy it over Amazon, I still get a little bit money from it. If you order it on my webpage, then I get a little bit more, or if you give me a call and I send it to you. But I'm only doing that within Australia, otherwise postage is too expensive. So I'm going to put my website at the end, so you can also actually get more information as well. So another thing I see, that people do like the book, but then they think like, oh, I started reading it, I don't really get all the parts. So if you feel you need more support, I do online classes as well. So I do step-by-step online classes to help people to go through it and to find out what exercises are the right ones for them to do at whatever stage they are. So it's much easier, obviously, if you, first of all, it's much easier if you have the book as a guide than if you have nothing, or nobody that is so well educated and has this specific knowledge you can just access with reading the book. And second of all, if you do need more support, and obviously the more you have the step-by-step support, and I still see clients one-to-one as well, or in groups, so they tend to make much more progress, because if they have an appointment with me, a weekly appointment, then they actually feel much more confident in doing the right exercises, but also more motivated in keeping on doing the right exercises. So you can actually improve pretty fast, pretty much. So if you read my book and the success stories, some of my clients after, you know, just having had back pain for 2 or 3 years, got their life back in 6 to 8 weeks. I say in the book it's 12 weeks because by 12 weeks, practically 95% of all my clients got their life back who really were following my steps. But I had quite many that were much earlier there. After 6 to 8 weeks, they had their life back. So please follow me if you like this kind of videos, and as well, if you do want more information, you can have a look at my website, or even contact me and get some more information happening there as well. Like you see, here is the book you can get. I'm going back to the start. You can get this book from Amazon, as I said. And this is the look from inside the book you have. So that's me publishing it, and the table of content. So that's the weekly, like you see, it's a weekly program. I have pictures in that. I don't think you're gonna see the pictures on that one yet, no. But I tend to explain quite with many pictures, because I personally, I'm a visual person. I don't like reading too much. So I hope you like it, and you buy the book, and then if you like it as well, that you can put a star rating on Amazon for me, please, and share the book with your friends and people that can use it. Thanks a lot for listening, and I hope that you're contacting me and let me know how you're going, and as well that if you do need more support, then you let me know. Thanks a lot. Bye bye for now.